Alright, so I've spent so much time editing this video. And I don't mean like I spent hours and hours editing this video, but the time in which I've been editing this video has been stretched on so big of a scale. It's been like 3 weeks where I've had like little time frames to edit the video in. So I know that the presidential debates feel like they've happened so long ago at this point, but you know what? I don't care. Okay? I've spent too much time editing and recording this video to just let it go to waste. So I'm going to be uploading it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And hopefully if you guys don't enjoy it, I'll have another video where I'm actually talking about something that people still care about. But I'm going to upload this one anyway because I like it. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So before I get into the video, I just want to make a quick little comment on Trump because something really funny has happened to him recently. So first, I'm going to play a clip where Donald is making fun of Biden for wearing a mask all the time and trying to not to get sick. And then we'll continue.
To increasingly question the effectiveness of masks as a disease preventer. And in fact, recently you have cited the issue of waiters touching their masks and touching plates. Are you questioning
I think
the
masks are okay.
of
You have
masks?
to understand, if you look, I mean, I have a mask right here. I put a mask on, when I think I need it. Tonight, as an example, everybody's had a test, and you've had social distancing and all of the things that you have to. But I wear masks when needed. When needed, I wear masks.
Okay, let me ask.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen.
You holding the big rallies, why you not? You go first, sir.
Because people want to hear what I have to say. I mean,
but are you not worried about it spreading
as a
disease?
president, and I'll have 35,000 people show up at airports. We use airports.
Are you not worried about
we
the
have
disease
a lot of
issues,
people.
sir?
Well, so far we have had no problem whatsoever.
So you would think with Trump's confidence he wouldn't have corona, right? He's making fun of Biden. He's not like Biden, right? Biden just wears masks all the time. Trump, he's too good for that. He just wears masks when he needs it. So you don't think Trump has corona, right? Well, you're wrong, because Trump the other day on his Twitter announced that he has corona, him and his wife, which no one really cares about. But still, I thought that was hilarious. I mean, just a day or two after he was making fun of Biden, he gets corona. And I would be lying if I said that I wasn't laughing when I read that tweet. And luckily for Biden, he has clean lungs because he doesn't have corona. Anyways, let's get into the rest of the debate, which is probably the worst but funniest debate I have ever seen. Alright, so the other day was the first presidential debate between Trump and Biden, and the last, it seems like. But it was one of the most chaotic debates ever. But it was also my favorite. Like, it was way better than the Trump and Hillary ones. This one, Trump and Biden, they said a lot of stuff. So, in this news anchor's words, the debate was...
That was a shit show.
That was a hot mess inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck.
You're right, it was a dumpster fire in a train wreck.
That was a shit show.
But it was also hilarious. Not only was it hilarious, but we may have evidence that Trump is a white supremacist? I'm just gonna say it right now, right? Trump went crazy on Biden. I mean, he even went after his kids, and that probably made him the most upset. Now, to be fair, Biden probably doesn't remember anything that Trump said, and Trump made fun of that too. Trump just alpha-mailed basically anyone else in the building, which was these two, so not really that much power that you're working against.
Can we move on to the economy?
Yes.
We have the highest trade deficit
China
with
ate
Mexico.
your lunch.
All right, gentlemen.
18%. China ate your lunch, Joe. And no wonder your son goes in and he takes out billions of dollars.
Wow. Excuse me.
Hey, let me just tell you.
No. Mr. President.
$3.5 million,
President.
Joe.
That is simply
Why did
not
he
true.
deserve $3.5 million from Moscow?
Both of them look like they should be on a deathbed. But yeah, Trump just yelled over everybody in the whole debate and said a lot of crazy stuff. Like I said, he made fun of Biden's kids. He made fun of Biden, which is obvious. But man, he said a lot of stuff. And so you'd think with all of this public humiliation, Biden would not be very happy, right? Well, he got so upset that he told Trump to shut up.
The
question
Supreme Court
is,
Justice,
the
radical
question-
left.
Will you
Who
shut
is
up,
on,
man?
Listen, who is on your
In the presidential debate on TV.
list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
Right, gentlemen, I think
This
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the
unpresidential.
court.
Don't use the word unpresidential, Joe. I mean, this is a presidential debate, right? People are deciding whether to vote for you, an old man with dementia, or Trump, who likes to rap cats. And you're over here saying stuff like this. Same thing for Donald, but he didn't tell Biden to shut up or call him a clown. Yeah, not only did Biden tell Trump to shut up, but he called him a clown. Twice.
So number
Please
one.
let him speak, Mr.
Number
President.
You
two.
just lost the left.
Number two.
You just lost the left. You agreed with Bernie Sanders on a plan.
Folks,
that's absolutely
folks,
agreed
do you
to,
have any
and under that
idea
plan,
what
you have
this clown's
socialized, they
doing?
call it.
Hit the final word, Mr.
well, it's hard to get any word in with this clown. Excuse me. This.
A presidential debate. Unbelievable, man.
My hood let me, I'm on top, y'all.
And the crazy thing is, it wasn't just the candidate's fault either. I mean, yeah, Trump said stuff about Biden's kids, and Biden told him to shut up and called him a clown. But it was Chris Wallace's fault either. Now, Chris Wallace was the moderator, and he was the worst moderator I've ever seen. This was just painful to watch. Whenever he tried to talk to Trump, or stop Trump from talking, Trump would just keep talking over him until he shut up. And he didn't even let them debate either, which is why Trump had to talk over him so much. Whenever Biden made a point against Trump and Trump wanted to respond, Chris would just tell him to not respond and be quiet. Obviously, Trump would overpower him, but still, it was just so annoying to watch them talk over each other for so long.
States that have been shut down. They have Democrat governors all. One of the reasons they're shut down is because they want to keep it shut down until after the election on November 3rd.
I want to move on to another
because
subject.
it's a
I want to move
political
on to
thing.
another
I've
subject.
got to
But
respond.
those states,
gentlemen, I
those
want to move
states
on to
are
another
not
subject.
doing well that are shut down
which is
right
Got
now.
to respond together. Figure out how to deal with this. What's he do? He just pours gasoline in the fire constantly, every single solitary
Okay,
time.
and to end this, button up this segment, I'm going to give you a minute to answer, sir. You have repeatedly
Well, wait,
criticized.
I have to answer his
No,
statement.
you have
His
repeatedly.
statement. Wait,
you have
just one
no.
second.
You've been talking
He
back
made
and
a
forth.
statement.
I'm asking you.
I would love to
you know,
end it.
sir.
I would love to end it, and
you know,
we
if
would
you want to
very-
switch seats,
We would
could
very quickly.
We could do that, but
I'd
I'm
send
no.
in the National Guard. It would be over. There'd be no problem.
Okay,
but they
good.
don't want to accept the National Guard.
You plan a comprehensive plan
Yes,
to
I have.
replace Obamacare.
Of course, I have.
Well, I'll
I
give
got
you an
rid of the
when I
individual
finish,
mandate.
I'm going to give you an
Excuse
opportunity.
me. I got rid of the individual mandate, which was a
That is
big
not a
chunk of
comprehensive
That
plan.
is absolutely a big thing. That was the
I-
worst
I
part of
didn't ask
Obamacare.
Sir,
Chris,
you're
that was the
debating him,
worst
not
part
me.
of Obamacare.
Let me ask my
Well,
question.
I'll ask Joe.
The
Individual mandate was.
I think Chris Wallace got a little bit of Biden's dementia and forgot what the word debate means. Look at all of these times Trump had to fight with him to respond.
Repeatedly,
Wait,
you have
just one
repeated. No,
second.
you've been talking
You
back
made
and
a
forth.
statement.
I'm asking you.
I would love to
you know,
end it.
sir.
I would love to end it, and
You know,
we
if
would
you want to
very-
switch seats,
We would
could
very quickly.
We could do that, but
I'd
I'm
send
no.
in the
I'm-
National Guard. It would be over. There'd be no problem.
Clown. Excuse me. This.
Hey,
this
let me just
person.
tell you.
No. I'm Mr. President. I'm
$3.5
Mr.
million,
President.
Joe.
That is simply.
Why did
not
he
true.
deserve $3.5 million
It
from
did-
Moscow?
Look, here's the deal. We want to talk about families and ethics. I don't want to do that. I mean, his family we could talk about all night. His family's
My
already.
family,
No, let him go.
my family
Already
lost
wrote.
a fortune by
Go ahead.
coming down and helping
Go
us
ahead.
with
Go ahead,
government.
sir.
And that's
Every-
such a.
they're right
that's
here.
a-
Mr.
That's
President.
such
Every
a great.
single one of them lost
This
a
is not
fortune
about
by
President.
my
coming and
family or
helping
his
us
family.
with
It's
government.
about your family,
They
the
didn't
American
collect $3.5
people.
million
He
for
doesn't.
nothing.
That's not true. It doesn't.
Well,
Vice
it's a very-
President,
but Chris,
no,
can I
it's-
be honest? It's a very important
Try to be
question.
honest.
No,
That's
He
a good
stood
thing.
up.
No,
he stood up,
the answer to
and
the
he
question is no.
threatened Ukraine.
No, sir.
With $1 billion,
Sir,
if you
that
don't-
is
You know what? You're
absolutely-
wait.
Perks dollar in the mood, y'all.
Now, I don't want you guys to think I'm being biased in this video, right? Because frankly, I think both of these guys suck. Same thing with Trump and Hillary. I mean, the presidential nominees lately have not been the best. But Trump definitely got the upper hand of the debate. Trump he was so funny to watch. Trump didn't win by any facts or anything like that, but just from the fact that he talked way more, and he refuted a lot of Biden's points, which are facts, but the main reason why he won was because of what he said towards Biden. He roasted him, and it was hilarious to watch. Like I said before, he roasted Biden's kids, and that probably made him the most upset, right? I mean, to me, it looked like the guy was gonna cry. I'll play the clip because I know most people could not stand 10 minutes of Trump and Biden yelling over each other. And most of you guys probably didn't even see the clip.
Talk about them being losers and being and just being suckers. My son was in Iraq. He spent a year there. He got the Bronze Star. He got the Conspicuous Service Medal. He was not a loser. He was a patriot, and the people left behind there were heroes.
Really?
And I resent.
Are you talking about Hunter? Are you talking about Hunter?
I'm talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're talking about.
I don't know Bo. I know Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. He wasn't dishonorably.
Cocaine use. And he didn't have a job until you became vice president. And once you became vice president, he made a fortune in Ukraine, in China, in Moscow,
that is simply
and various
not
other places.
True.
He made a fortune.
My son.
And he didn't have a job.
My son, like a lot of people we know at home, had a drug problem.
So as you guys can see, Donald made fun of Biden's son for not having a job, basically calling him an idiot, being on crack cocaine, and made fun of him for being kicked out of the military. This probably made Biden the most angry. I mean, he even whipped out the finger. Calm down there, Joe. You don't want to tell him to shut up again. But not only did Trump make fun of Biden's son for being an idiot, he made fun of Biden as well.
Or he just looked at the stock market. One of the two, because guess what? A lot of people died. And a lot more are going to die unless he gets a lot smarter, a lot quicker.
Mr. President?
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe. 47 years, you've done nothing.
Let's have this debate.
And if you would have had, let me just tell you something, Joe.
No,
if you would have had the charge of what I was put through, I had to close the greatest economy in the history of our country. And by the way, now it's being built again.
We're going to get to the economy in the next segment, sir.
Okay.
It's going up fast.
Okay.
I feel like we accidentally stumbled into an Xbox party where Joe Biden was hacking in Warzone and Trump got very upset and invited him and then he started roasting him. That's literally what it feels like to me. I mean, this feels more like that than a presidential debate. In the next clip, not only are you going to see Trump overpower Chris and Joe, but you're going to see Joe make fun of one of the stupidest points ever, which is that he could have handled COVID better.
My proposal.
It's not what you've said,
But
and it's not what your party has said.
That is simply
your party
a lie.
doesn't say it. Your party wants to go socialist medicine.
My party is
and
me.
socialist
right
healthcare.
now, I am
and
the
they're going to
Democratic
dominate
Party.
you, Joe. You know that.
I am the Democratic Party right now. The platform of the
Not according
Democratic
to
Party
Harris.
is what I, in fact, approved of. What I approved of. Now, here's the deal. The deal is that it's going to wipe out pre-existing conditions. And by the way, the 200,000 people that have died on his watch, how many of those have survived? Well, there's 7 million people that contracted COVID. What does it mean for them going forward if you strike down the Affordable Care Act?
Joe, you've had 308,000 military people dying because you couldn't provide them proper health care in the military. So don't tell me about this.
I'm happy to talk about this.
And if you were here,
Look,
it wouldn't be 200, it would be 2 million people because you were very late on the draw. You didn't want me to ban China, which was heavily infected. You didn't want me to ban
all right, gentlemen,
Europe, which was heavily infected. You would have been much later, Joe.
Mr. President,
much later.
Mr. President.
You're talking about 2 million people.
Joe, you're at a point in time where you think that we still use record players. I mean, you probably would have been months behind COVID. I mean, you probably would have thought we were talking about the Black Plague.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night.
I don't know how you mess up that. You said TV and then you still changed it to record player for some reason. Dude, some of these clips of Biden, I have no idea how they exist.
I purchased that little bit some jewels, yeah.
But in all seriousness, both candidates did make some good points. I mean, Biden said that we were in a K-shaped recovery, which is absolutely true. He also said that he supports law and order, which is good, and I think everyone should. Now, unlike Trump, where when Trump was asked, I don't know. Okay, so let me give you guys some context. I don't know if I'm going to play the clip or just have me telling the story. Probably just going to have me telling it, so I'm just going to try and tell the best I can. So, Trump told Biden to say that he stands for law and order, because if he did that, Trump said that he would lose the radical left. And Biden did. He said, I support law and order when there is justice. And Trump said, okay, he nodded. He didn't really say anything. And then, I don't know if this was before or after that happened, but Chris Wallace told Trump to condemn white supremacists, and Trump did not do that. He told them to, quote, stand back and stand down.
You have repeatedly criticized the vice president for not specifically calling out Antifa and other left-wing extremist groups. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared
willing
to
do
specifically
that,
do it?
Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
White
name.
supremacists and
Who would
right
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you.
That's what I meant when I said in the beginning of the video that we might have evidence that Trump is a white supremacist. Because if you're on national TV on a presidential debate and someone tells you to condemn white supremacists, which means disapprove of them, you're going to do that. Or you're gonna be Donald Trump. I mean, like, this presidential debate was so crazy. It was just so funny to watch. I mean, Donald, I know that all of your supporters are redneck white supremacists and stuff like that, right? But you can't be saying stuff like this. I mean, this is crazy. Now, you guys might be wondering, well, did they say anything else? I mean, seriously, the only thing you could pull from the debate is that Trump had the lowest carbon output and that he supports white supremacists, allegedly. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that says something to me, but you guys think for yourselves. I don't know. And that Biden says we're in a K-shaped recovery and that, he supports law and order. Yes, that's literally all I could pull. And it's just because they yelled over each other the whole time. It was so hard to get any actual points. And, I mean, if you guys want points or anything like that, like actual political views and actually want to know who to vote for, then go watch someone else's video. I don't know. I'm just here to see them make fun of each other, in all honesty. So now I'm just excited for the next debate, man. I mean, what is Trump gonna do next? Is he gonna make fun of Biden's dead grandma or something? I really do hope that Biden comes in with more confidence next time. I mean, he just let Trump walk all over him and like disrespect him, his kids, and everything. And I know that Biden doing what Trump does is unpresidential, but Trump is literally the president. So if you're gonna say something is unpresidential and the president is doing it, I mean, and he's saying all of this to you, then I feel like you should be able to say something besides shut up, right? I mean, it's 2020, who even cares? Like, probably, I mean, this year has been so crazy already. What would really top it off is Biden going into the next debate, just firing shots at Trump, calling his wife ugly, calling his kids midgets, or I don't know if they're short, but something. I don't know. Hopefully Biden has something in store for the next debate, but the next debate isn't going to happen. So my dreams are crushed, my quarantine is ruined, and I have nothing else to look forward to. Except for the new iPhones. Those are coming out in like 2 days.
I purchased that little bit some jewels, yeah.